please help me to welcome Nasira Watts, your elected commencement speaker, to the podium. Thank you so much.
How's everybody doing? Woo! All right, y'all. Let's get this show on the road. All right. Good morning to President Starr, trustees, parents, family members, faculty, staff, and the wickedly talented class of 2023! Whew. Wow. We made it to graduation, y'all. How many of us were scared? Yeah. While we were working to submit thesis, finish finals, apply for jobs, graduate programs, and fellowships, find housing, pack up our rooms, I could really go on all day. While we were doing all of that, you could imagine it was quite difficult to actually process the fact that commencement was inching closer and closer. We knew our time cohabitating with our friends, where every problem could be solved by walking down the hall or up the street, was coming to an end. But still, we had deadlines to meet. We could feel the ambiguity of what comes after this big day, when we return to homes and travel to places familiar and unknown. But still, those assignments were due, even with all the extensions I know we all requested. Now the day is here, and suddenly, our undergraduate experience is over. So, what now? Most of us are in our 20s, which means we are what you would call adults. This means we have what you would call responsibilities. We need to feed ourselves, we need a place to stay, we need community, and most importantly, we need money to fund it all. Sure, we've had these responsibilities before, some more than others, but now they feel real. We've always been known as a generation of complainers, too sensitive for the jokes and systems of other generations, always prone to back in my day speeches to bring us back to reality. We don't want to work because it feels pointless and sad in a world that always seems on the verge of ending. And we call into question all that is worth questioning. We are disillusioned by the rules of the old world. Still, though, here we stand on the cusp of entering that very world we've been able to look at from the bubble of Claremont, that we've been able to pick apart theoretically and politically in some of our classrooms, chuckle about over meals with our companions. Here we stand, about to walk headfirst into that world. Some of us are nervous about getting jobs in the rigged working world. Some of us are nervous of losing ourselves within the jobs we have received. Some of us think that whatever the case is, we won't be able to support ourselves. Some of us are scared of not having something to do, of sitting still, figuring out responses to, so, what's next? It stresses us out. Some of us are worried about where we'll find comfort, if we'll make friends, if those friends will be as real as the ones we've created here. We're fearful of all that is unsure after having the stability of school to keep us comfortable these past few years. Fearful of being stuck and not putting this degree we're about to receive to good use, whatever that means. To us, I say the following quote from Black filmmaker, poet, and prison abolitionist Walida Imarisha. Changes will occur that we cannot imagine, and the next generation will be both utterly familiar and wholly alien to their parents. What this means is that change, as we are undergoing now, will always occur, has always been occurring, and the results of this change will bring about generational differences inevitably, for that is the inherent purpose of change. As a class, we have been dealt quite an interesting hand of cards, but we rolled with them. Here we are graduating despite all of our circumstances. We want to see the world change, to live somewhere where living, I'm not gonna start crying. Woo! Thank you. We want to see the world change, to live somewhere where living is something different. But now we're already standing at the starting line before we figured out what that even means. It's okay. We will figure it out. And we will do it in our own way, which has always been progressive, which has always laughed in the face of what was done before and ignored all previous norms. As a class, we filled the streets, offices, and emails of this campus with protest. We've taken to social media, a platform we were shamed for as a generation, to solve issues this institution deemed ignorable, to raise funds this institution refused to provide or attempted to solve with loans. Woo! We have raised hell without knowing what lies on the other side time and time again. We are going to carve out a world for ourselves, and we don't even know how it looks yet. But we know as we enter it, we are bringing all of our nose piercings, the normalization of crop tops in the workplace, and tattoos forever on display. Come on. So don't get too stressed. Don't get too scared. We didn't know what the past 4 years at Pomona would look like, and yet here we are graduating with the ambivalence of it all. We don't know what the future holds, but knowing us, it has no choice but to be utterly wayward, rebellious, chaotic, and world-changing. I would like to end this speech by saying once again, Happy Mother's Day to my mom and all the moms out there. I love you so much. Thank you to all the families and friends who have made it possible for many of us to be here today. Special shout out to my best friends out there. I'm so excited for what the future holds for us. And may every goodbye just be a see you soon. And finally, to give props up for myself one more time, I am Black, queer, non-binary, first generation, and low income. In August, I will be going to grad school in Massachusetts, so I gotta move across the country. So if everyone can do me a favor and look at that pamphlet y'all have, if you can see where it says commencement speaker and find my name, do me a favor and feel free to Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal me your thoughts at Nasira Watts, no spaces. Thank you.